that the Lakers are going to have their hands full tonight. Game 1, Western Conference Finals. Here's why. During the regular season, JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard, along with Anthony Davis, were the primary Lakers defenders on Jokic, with each player having really varying degrees of success. So let's take a look at how exactly they did. We'll start with the basics. 29 players have matched up on defense at least 50 times in the half court against Jokic. McGee struggled, allowing the second highest effective field goal percentage among this group. Howard had more success, ranking tied for 8th in the same category. And then there's Davis, who actually gave up the second lowest effective field goal percentage versus Jokic this season, behind only the Pelicans. Derek Favors, whoever ends up guarding him, undoubtedly will have their hands full, especially when he goes for that moonshot. Reports for both teams in this one. Malika Andrews with the Nuggets. We're going to start with Dave McMenamin, who covers the Lakers for us. And they're playing in their first game in 6 days. So, Dave, a matchup to watch in this series, as we said, Jokic and Anthony Davis. What are the regular season games between these two? Tell us about how this could go.
Well, AD is a guy who always judges his own performance based on how he does defensively. And I want to take you back to a game the Lakers played in Denver back in early December, where it was the start of the Anthony Davis for Defensive Player of the Year campaign. His teammates after the game were raving about his ability to guard with such versatility. We'll see some plays here. He first starts off guarding Jokic at the high post. I mean, Jokic starts posting him up from 20 feet out, and Davis is there leveraging him, keeping all the angles cut off. Eventually he blocks the shot. The possession, a couple of minutes after that, he switches off of Jokic, shows his versatility, gets a stop on Jamal Murray, and then eventually another stop on Jokic, really just clamping down the Nuggets' potent offense. It's even more potent when they play at Pepsi Center in Denver. And, you know, he told us when he looks forward to this matchup, it's fun for him because Jokic is a bellwether. He gets to see just how good his defense is when playing against someone who he says is maybe the best post player in the entire NBA.
And Frank Vogel already saying they're going to have to dust off their centers for this one. And that Rocket series, they did not play JaVale McGee or Dwight Howard for 197 of the 240 minutes that they played Houston. I want to bring in, thank you, Dave, Malika Andrews now with the Nuggets perspective. They just completed their second straight comeback from a 3-1 deficit in these playoffs. What's their head coach, Mike Malone, saying about facing the top-seeded Lakers?
Well, Lishana Tova El, Happy Jewish New Year. And Michael Malone said that maybe we should just start the series down 3-1. We lobbied the league for it, he joked, but they said that we can't quite do that. So instead, they're just going to have a normal game 1 today. But he said the key for them is going to be what kind of intensity they can come out with, because he said that whether or not they are satisfied, right, with they just came off of 2 back-to-back, coming back from 3-1 deficits. Is that going to be enough for them? Is it going to be enough for his guys that they have now made the Western Finals for just the second time in franchise history? Or are they going to come out with something else to prove? He said that they had for the first time, they had a full day off and then were able to get a full day in the gym between series. So he hopes that helps a little bit. But he's also thinking that the Lakers are going to come out swinging and they're going to need to match or outpower that sort of commitment.